So, zero dark 30, day 2. It doesn't get light here till about 8 o'clock, so we're pushing 7 o'clock or so right now. My day 1 ride report for you. So on the start, my bike didn't it fired first kick, but it wouldn't stay running. So I've had to fiddle with the choke and everything. So I don't know how I'm going to resolve that other than to just try and flood the bike in the work period before we get to the start podium. But I'm going to lean it over, I'm going to put it in gear and rock it back and forth a whole bunch of times. I'm going to hold the tickle button down on the bang, and we're just going to see if we can flood it good. Because it does start, at home, it starts really well. But it does not like the cold temperatures. It's 12 degrees Celsius, whatever that is right now. So it's not freezing, but it's not exactly warm either. It does warm up to feel pretty warm during the middle of the day. Probably mid-60s, maybe mid-50s, I don't know. When you're riding a motorcycle, it's hot. Yesterday was an acceleration test. That went well, the bike ran great. I couldn't have done any better, frankly. Give me 3 or 4 tries and I may have improved a little bit, but the bike did really well. Then there was a trail ride basically up into the mountains. Got up to about 6,500 feet of elevation. Through some cow pastures and saw horses and cows. Did a really good proper enduro section back down into town. It was really fun. Had a good time. Today is going to be almost 3 times as long as yesterday. So this is going to be the big day of the week. So I'm just prepared to slog it out. Hopefully the bike continues to run okay. I don't think we're going to be as high elevation. At the high elevation, the bike just did not want to run. It wouldn't go forward. I got passed by an 80. It just wouldn't run at wide open throttle. So hopefully today the special test will be lower in elevation, and I'll be able to use full throttle through all the gears. And we'll hopefully have a ride report for you tomorrow.